Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm just getting ready to pack up the Stanforth Kibo Plus and send it back to Stanforth. It's a bicycle that they'd loaned me for my Greece to England bike ride, and the idea was to test it out and then give them my feedback. So as well as giving them some feedback, I thought I would let you know through this post-trip review of the bike how I thought it performed. So I'm going to go through it from top to bottom, let you know what I liked, what I didn't like, what I thought worked and what I thought didn't work. So without further ado, here is my review of the Stanforth Kibo Plus after a 2.5-month bicycle tour. So that's the Stanforth Kibo Plus ready to be packed away. And before I do the review, I should mention that absolutely nothing went wrong with it. I was on the road for 2.5 months cycling from Greece to England, and I had 0 problems. In fact, I only had 1 puncture for the entire trip, and that was 70 kilometers short. So I'm either very lucky or it's a very good bike. You choose. But I think it was flawless, really. But let me go through it from top to bottom, as I said, so that you can take another look at it. We'll start with the handlebars, as they appear to be the highest thing. These are Ergon GP3 handlebars, as you can see here. And so why use these? Well, they have a palm grip, which is this, which is very useful. And they also have the side grips, which I find useful for going uphill, and also if I want to get my head down on the flat as well, I just use these and put my head down. Very comfortable. So yeah, that was a very good choice. There's no signs of staining. By the way, I apologise if my hands are dirty. I've picked the bike up, obviously, and it's not been cleaned. So yeah, there's no signs of staining on this. They're in very good condition still. There's no cracking. So that was a very good choice of component. And obviously when it comes to bicycles, it's kind of a sum of its components, really. So that's what you need. So again, we've got the gear changes here. And these were very simple. So if you need to tighten the cables, you just put an Allen key in here and tighten it, and then the cable's tightened for the derailleur system. No problems whatsoever. The same with the pulse brakes as well. Pulse brakes going all the way down to there, which I will cover in a second. So yeah, no problem on there. Now the handlebars in themselves, the handlebars are fine. The stem, I thought, creaked a little bit, and it was, I wouldn't say it was unsettling, but it was kind of unnecessary in a way. Now I believe that Stanforth are going to be changing this or reviewing what they use. Like I should mention that there was absolutely 0 problems with the handlebars. It's just this perception that it was creaking a little bit, which was a little bit off-putting. You can see here I've done 0 maintenance, and that includes putting WD-40 on things, so you can just see a little bit of surface rust, but I think that will just clear out nicely. The next item in height wise is the saddle, which is a Brooks B17 saddle. Not a lot to say about that, really. I mean, they're the go-to saddle for long distance bicycle touring for a very good reason, because they're the best saddles. You just need to break them in and they're very comfortable. And the stem's fine. Steel frame, no problems at all on the steel frame. There's no dings, there's no major scratches, there's no weak points. Let's be super picky. Let's see if on the frame, yeah, the Stanforth sign is there fine. Oh, looks like the stickers come loose a little bit, but yeah, there's nothing on the frame. I can see one small thing. Okay, you can see in there where water's got inside. Maybe I should have put a bung in there or something like that, but it affects, you know, it doesn't affect the frame whatsoever. So I always recommend a steel frame for bicycle touring, because I believe it's hard wearing and it's stronger than aluminium. That's just my opinion, of course. So then we have the rack. I think it was a tubeless rack. No problems. I tightened everything up once during the entire trip. Well, I didn't tighten it, I checked it. Yeah, that's a bomb-proof rack. The Paul's V-brakes, I always recommend V-brakes over disc brakes because they're easier to fix and put right. These have got super stopping power. If you don't know anything about them, I suggest googling it and looking it up, but you'll know why that they're very good, and from experience they're excellent. Onto the tyre next then, I guess is technically the next bit. Now these tyres are Halo twin rail tyres. Normally on a bicycle tour I would use a Schwalbe tyres, Schwalbe Marathon. On this occasion the bike came with Halo, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll give it a go and see if they're any good. And as I said, just 1 puncture for the entire trip, and they're in pretty good condition. They started out like this, which is kind of light on the side, but I did notice they picked up the dirt, so you can see the back tyre is significantly dirtier, although like I said, I've given no effort to wash or clean the bike, so maybe that will clean up before I pack it away. Let's have a look at the tread on them. So the trip was about 3,000 kilometers. You can see the tread here it's worn down a little bit. I would probably normally have swapped the tyres over at 2,000 kilometers, but I really wanted to test these and see what they were like. So the rear one always gets like the worst wear. You can see slight cracking here, perhaps just over my finger, I hope. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Look at the front one, and obviously it shows small signs of wear, but nothing like the back. So I would have swapped them over at 2,000 kilometers, and I think these tyres have got another 1,500 kilometers in them, which puts them perhaps on a par with Schwalbe. Like I said, I only had the one puncture, so it's not like I can complain about that they're not puncture resistant. What's the next thing? Front rack, that's a tubeless rack. Again, that's rock solid, no problem. We've got a XT dual hub, and in fact all of the drive chain and the derailleur, that's all Dual XT. That's pretty standard for bicycle touring. As you can see, I did zero maintenance. I just wanted to see what would happen if you just kept cycling it and didn't look after it. I put a bit of oil on the chain, maybe I put it on the chain 3 or 4 times, and the result was a bicycle which, you know, just didn't go wrong. It just kept going. It's very strong, very reliable, and I think that's what you want out of a bicycle for long distance bicycle touring. The pedals are mine. I use SPD shoes, but these pedals give me the option to click in or just wear regular shoes on the top, which I find pretty handy. And that is about all I can say about the Stanforth. So I'm going to pack that away and send it back. And if you want to find out more, I think it's stanforthbikes.co.uk, and you can find out a bit more about the bike, or you could check my pre-trip review out on this channel as well. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers for now.